Shut the door. Shut the door. We all in here. Listen, I'm gonna take y'all back to a time when uh back to a time when basketball was basketball. You understand when the point guard was the point guard. You understand?
God
Today,
is totally done in basketball. The days of John Stockton are long gone. There are no more point guards.
Thunder just did it, I believe. But for me, I think it's the level of the IQ of the team overall.
Rick Pitino, they're right. It's the IQ of the players that's on the team. It's the IQ of Alex Caruso.
I'm just saying,
right?
he shouldn't be considered the greatest point guard of all time if he changed with the dot that said John Stockton. Like, I need a thumbs up. Today's people that's tuning in to sports, I don't think they know what a real point guard is. You hear me? They don't know what a real point guard is. So before I even break down how I feel what a real point guard is, we gonna listen to
Totally done in
people.
basketball. The days of John Stockton are long gone. There are no more point guards.
Do you think you
The days of John Stockton. Listen, that there was a bad reference because John Stockton days been way gone. I don't even really. I mean, I consider him a point guard, but man, try somebody else.
can win it without someone who's really running the point? The Thunder just did it, I believe. But for me, I think it's the level of the IQ of the team overall. And then a lot of teams don't have the IQ of the Thunder organization or like the Houston Rockets. You know, with Udoka, I think it's primarily with him how he's allowing guys and how they're able to understand and execute the game plan. Because a lot of teams that I'm watching and seeing when I'm watching the film is like they need a point guard.
You guys agree with Rondo and Patino?
1,000%.
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
And Rondo wouldn't have changed that game for us getting KD the ball because KD didn't want the ball because he was in a torture chamber. Okay, you go back and watch that game. That's number one. He couldn't get the ball. But here's the thing: when I hear comments like that, when I hear comments, Rick Pitino, Rondo, the point guard position is done. I gotta give another round of applause to that light-skinned brother in Golden State with them green eyes.
Damn.
With them green, but no, seriously, because this is why. And Richard, I'm not trying to start an argument, but I really don't give a damn about your feelings on this conversation. This is why I have Steph Curry, the greatest point guard of all time, because he changed the position. He changed the game forever. They don't even exist no more because of the way that he has changed the game of basketball at that position. And Rondo, you know what I'm saying, Rick Pitino, they're right. It's the IQ of the players that's on the team. It's the IQ of Alex Caruso, right? It's the IQ of Isaiah Hartenstein, a big that gonna stand his role, right? If you're hey Rudy, if you see this, because I know you watch a lot of stuff, hopefully you watch this. Hey man, if you want to see what a championship center is supposed to do on both ends of the floor, go watch Isaiah Hartenstein. Never goes outside of his body. If he has a mismatch, guess what? They throw it to him, he goes and does another dribble handoff, rolls, gets his sweet spot, finish at the damn basket. The IQ of the team matters, right?
Did Perk just thought did Rudy just catch a stray from Perk?
The coach putting them in position matters. So again, I agree, but shout out to Steph Curry. Every time I hear these comments, it brings me back to why I believe he's the greatest PG of all time. Changed the game for him.
Remember when we talked about the death of the big man.
But if you saying the death of the point guard, don't get me wrong, I agree with Perk and I give it to Curry. But at the same time, if you saying it's the depth, he's the reason there's depth, the point guard position is dead, and then he shouldn't even be considered the greatest point guard of all time. Like I'm just saying. Now I'm just saying he shouldn't be considered the greatest point guard of all time if he changed the dynamic of how people view the point guard. So the point guard went from generating the floor, being the floor general extension from the coach, to actually just going out there and being the motor of the team, pretty much. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
That there were no
Just
big
gonna
men
let them
in our
talk.
league. Then all of a sudden, big men showed back up, and they dominated. Now big men dominate our league. The league is cyclical, right? There was a stretch there with Steve Nash. There was a stretch there where all the point guards were coming in looking to score. And then the best version of that showed up in Steph, right? So you had the John Walls, you had the 20 and 10 guys, you had the the guys that were more traditional, but they're like, instead of them setting up the offense, why aren't they just ahead of the snake? They're starting with the ball anyway. So they made so many guys were just scoring guards. That's why you see so many. But this isn't the first time. Michael Jordan, when their second three-peat, they started Michael Jordan, they started Scottie Pippen, and then Ron Harper. They didn't have a traditional point guard. They ran the triangle offense. So it's like we saw that in the 90s. You can win a championship without point guards, but you've also seen a ton of times where
and that's my point right there with the John Stockton, with dude that said John Stockton. Like, bro, come on.
you've seen
That was-
teams like Toronto.
John Stockton was already getting put out the window when Jordan was popping it.
Won with a point guard and Van Vliet and Kyle Lowry. You've seen, Minnesota win it with Drew Holiday as their point guard. So you've seen the point guard position. Right now, is it evolving? But I would also say, hey, parents, teach your kids how to play point guard. It's an evolving position. It's just there was a basketball IQ standpoint. If you have the team IQ, like the Oklahoma City Thunder, like the Bulls that won a championship, you don't need a point guard because collectively we understand what we're trying to do. But if you don't have that, because not every team is like that, having a point guard is so valuable. You go back and look at everyone was saying who was going to be the point guard for the Phoenix Suns because you had three different
Eric Bledsoe,
and they didn't have anyone to
Brandon
distribute. It's not
Knight.
that they needed, but it's just the structure, and they struggled. And then they tried to bring in a point guard. They tried to do stuff the next year, but the first year that they struggled. So a point guard's position is still invaluable. They're just not being taught to be the point guards that they were 10, 12 years ago. They're not taught, okay, if he needs a shot, what do you run? If we haven't scored in 3 plays, what do you run? If your center needs a bucket, what do you run? I'm saying that's how the point guard position was taught. Like there's
There's a big difference, Cap. But like I was saying though, a point guard position is dead. It died when Steve Nash left. Because that's one of the greatest point guards that to ever play the game. And when he left, when he started going downhill, man, point guards weren't point guards really no more. You still had Chris Paul and stuff like that, but I don't know. Then Curry just came out of his shell, and he like Perk said, he changed. He really killed it. Like, hey, I got this rock. I ain't gotta pass it if I got my shot. If I got the shot and I can put this team on my back, I got it. Look at Tyrese Maxey over there. It's like some AI stuff. So these new point guards is dead because point guards now in this new age is 2 guards. So it's like you running with 2 shooting guards now. Or, some teams doing it to where Well, since the point guard dead, you got a shooting guard at the point, and now they got so much size in the league that they throwing these big dudes in the guards and at the forwards, and power forward sitting. They always been big, but you see, it's crazy. This is crazy. Like the game that I watched, I just seen change with my bare eyes. That's crazy to me. Like it really ain't no more Steve Nash's, Chris Paul's, ain't no more of that. Rondos, Jason Kidds, White Chocolates. It ain't no more when the point guard got the ball and coming up the court, it ain't no more of them. Ooh, wow. I mean, you get some of them. Don't get me wrong, you get some of those moments, but it ain't as much as then. You go look at them highlight passes on how they was, boy. Kids today ain't even trying them type of pass. They trying these trick shots and these half shooting from half court. That I feel so. How I feel about point guards today, y'all, if y'all understanding, y'all seeing, then y'all witnessing me say, I believe that the point guard is dead and it'll never be back. The only chance we got of that coming back is let me see. You want to leave right now that can do that? Nobody. I don't think there's any pass first point guards in the league right now as to today. If it is, please drop it and let me know. But I appreciate y'all. Thumbs up.